Using packets is quick, but the price adds up fast, especially when most of the packet is just fillers. The good news is that many of these blends are simple to make at home. You get full control over the ingredients and you can make just what you need. Today, I am sharing 3 savory blends that will save you money and add flavor to your everyday recipes. Hi friend, come on in. I use onion soup mix on so many things because it gives a deep, salty umami flavor without any effort. I cannot always afford the packets and I use them too often to keep buying them, so I make my own. I do the same with taco blend, and when I run out of chili powder, I make that too. For onion soup mix 3/4 of a cup of dried onions, 1/3 of a cup of beef bouillon powder, 1/4 of a cup of onion powder, and a half teaspoon of celery seed or celery powder. I prefer 1/4 teaspoon because celery seed can get bitter quickly. Mix everything together and store it in a jar with a tight lid. I use this so often that I taped the recipe to the jar, so refilling it takes seconds instead of digging out a recipe. Use about 2 tablespoons for the equivalent of 1 packet, but really, just use what you need. I love this in hamburger patties for Salisbury steak, and it is great on roasted carrots or potato wedges. Making a large amount and using what you need means you are not wasting a whole packet on a small batch of vegetables. Chili powder is next. For years, I thought it was simply powdered chilies. Outside of North America, it is often exactly that. But here, it usually includes garlic powder, onion powder, and a few other spices. Making your own gives you full control over the heat and flavor by blending different chilies together. The best part is you can grow and dry your own chilies if you want. The dried chilies need to have their stems removed and most of the seeds taken out. The seeds and membranes can be bitter, so remove what you can. Today, I am working with about a half cup of dried Anaheim chilies, about 50 grams, and a 1/4 cup of arbol chilies, about 15 grams. Toast the chilies in a heavy skillet over medium-high heat until they become fragrant. Do not let them burn or they will turn harsh. Once toasted, grind them into a fine powder. Depending on your blender, you may need a few passes. I use a spice mill to get a fine texture, then I sift and reprocess the larger pieces. When the chilies are powdered, add the remaining ingredients. I am using 2 tablespoons of cayenne powder, 1 tablespoon of cumin, a half teaspoon of garlic powder, a half teaspoon of salt, and 1 tablespoon of paprika. In the spice mill, I process 2 tablespoons of chili flakes, optional, and a half teaspoon of oregano and sift that in as well. Adjust the heat level by choosing hotter or milder dried chilies or by scaling the cayenne up or down. I will have a card on screen with a few dried peppers and their heat levels to help you choose. Mine came out medium for us. Last is taco blend. We love taco nights here, and having this ready to go saves time. Combine 2 tablespoons of chili powder, 2 tablespoons of paprika, 1½ teaspoons of cumin, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of salt, and between 1/4 and 1 teaspoon of cayenne. The amount you use depends on how spicy you want it. Use about 1 to 2 tablespoons per pound of meat. Ground beef usually needs more, while chicken needs a little less. These blends are simple to make and help streamline your cooking without stretching your grocery budget. Of the 3, I do recommend trying the onion soup mix first. I used to save each packet for special meals, but now I put it on so many things because it costs pennies to make. If you want to see how I use it, check out the Salisbury steak video, or take a look at my chili recipe where the taco blend replaces the individual spices. The chili powder is used there too. If you want even more pantry-friendly mixes, check out this playlist.